Okay, what I'm going to show you today is how to trim the wing feathers on a turkey. Now this isn't pinioning, this is just trimming the flight feathers so that they can't fly over the fence. They're still going to have a little bit of a vertical leap, but this is going to keep them a little better contained. The difference between this and pinioning is pinioning is something that's going to be permanent. This is something that's going to have to be done after every molt. So what you're going to do is contain your turkey. I've got this guy between my knees and I got my hand on his body so I can pull this wing out, and I'm going to reach under and grab his shoulder. What you're looking for here, these are the remiges or the flight feathers. This is what we're going to trim. They've got really heavy shafts to them. These are the coverts, this section of feathers here. We're going to use the edge of the coverts as a guide to cut. Going to get a good pair of shears. We're going to cut right along there. And that's going to keep this guy from flying away. Now, before you cut, you really should check and see if any of these feathers, if you can see any blood in the shaft. If they're growing feathers and you can see red in the shaft, you do not want to cut those feathers. You'll cut around them, but this guy, they were all old growth feathers, so he's good to go. Take these two off too. And he's good to go. It's that easy. Okay, what I'm going to show you today is how to trim the flight feathers of a turkey. We got our little hen turkey here. She's going to be our volunteer. And her boyfriend's over there in the corner pretty mad. But this is different than pinioning. Pinioning is a permanent situation where they break the joint. We're just going to cut the flight feathers. So this is something that's going to have to be done again after she molts. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut what's called the remiges, which are these long flight feathers. And we're going to use the coverts, which is this next layer of feathers, as a guide. We're going to cut right along here. What you want to do is look for first, what you want to look for first is to see if any of the feathers are new and growing, if they have any blood in the shaft. You don't want to cut those because the bleeding is very hard to stop. But she looks like she's okay, so we're going to get a good pair of shears. I'm going to cut these shafts right across. We're only going to do one side because if you cut both sides they will adapt and they will learn to fly again. But the reason we do this is so that she can't go too far. She can't jump over the fence. And it'll be safer for her and safer for all the people out on the road. What do you think, girl? Are we done? Okay.